Hello student, welcome to the online lectures of Kids Planet High School. This lecture is for standard 5th, subject E.V.S.1, chapter Motions of the Earth. Let us now begin. The tops spin around an imaginary line. टॉप यानी कि भौरा, जो हमने बचपन में देखा रहेगा, वो किस तरीके से घूमता है. The turning of this top is called rotation. Rotation is performed around an axis. The earth, like the top, also rotates around its axis. Earth's axis is inclined. The one end of the axis of the earth is called North Pole, while the opposite point is called the South Pole. The line joining North and South Pole is called an axis of the earth. The imaginary circle present exactly between the North and the South poles on the surface of the earth is called an equator. The movement of the earth around its axis is called rotation. The part of the earth that faces the sun has day, while the other part, which is not facing the sun, has night. The earth rotates from west to east. During its rotation, the different parts of the earth come into the light of the sun, one after the other, and also turn away in the same manner. Sunrise, noon, and sunset are caused due to the rotation of earth. During the rotation of the earth, the time period from one sunrise to the next sunrise is called one day. The period of time that earth takes to complete one rotation is called one day. Each day is divided into 24 equal parts for the purpose of measuring time. This one part is called an hour. The hemisphere present to the north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere, while the one that is present to the south of the equator is called the southern hemisphere. Students, just now we have studied about the rotation of the earth. Let us now study about the revolution. The movement of earth around the sun is called revolution. The earth keeps on rotating around itself as well as revolving around the sun. The time period which the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. 365 days and 6 hours together make 1 year. In Georgian calendar, 365 days make 1 year, but actually the earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution. Therefore, 6 hours are counted less in a year. This makes 24 hours or 1 day less in every 4 years. To make up for this loss, the month of February has one extra day after every 4th year. This year is called a leap year, in which there are 29 days in the month of February, or 366 days in that year. Let us now study about the changing time span of the day and night. Due to revolution of the earth and also due to inclined axis of the earth, there is change in the time span of daytime and nighttime. In northern hemisphere, between 22nd March and 23rd September, the days are long and nights are short. During this time, there is summer season in the northern hemisphere. During this same period, the nights are longer and the days are shorter in the southern hemisphere. There is winter in the southern hemisphere. In northern hemisphere, between 23rd September and 21st March, the days are short and the nights are long. In this time, there is winter in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere, the opposite season occurs. So, in short, the seasons in the northern and southern hemisphere are opposite of each other. The main seasons in India are summer, rainy, and winter. The sub-seasons in India are Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant, and Shishir. In India, the cycle of these 6 seasons is called Ritu Chakra. Many of our Indian festivals, our songs and games are dependent on these seasons. Let us now study about the full moon day. The entire side of the moon that faces the earth is seen on the full moon day. Since moon receives light from the sun, the moon appears to be round and bright on a full moon day. Whereas on the day on which the sunlight that falls on the moon cannot be seen from the earth, we cannot see the illuminated moon from the earth. On this day, we cannot see the moon in the sky. This day is called the new moon day. From the new moon day to the full moon day, the part of the illuminated moon appears to become bigger and bigger. From full moon day to the new moon day, the moon seems to become smaller and smaller. The period from the new moon day to the full moon day is called the fortnight of the waxing moon or Shukla Paksha. The period from the full moon day to the new moon day is called fortnight of the waning moon or Krishna Paksha. The period from one new moon day to the next new moon day is called a lunar month, which is about 28 to 30 days. Every day in the lunar month is called a tithi